Have you ever stopped to think about how you think? It sounds funny, right? But this is what we call critical thinking. It's about being curious and not just accepting things at face value. When you think critically, you're like a detective solving a mystery. You ask questions, gather evidence, and examine all the clues before making up your mind. Critical thinking is about using your brain power to its fullest. It's about being aware of your own biases and how they might be affecting your judgment. It's about looking at things from different angles and considering all the possibilities. Critical thinking is not about being negative or cynical. It's about being thoughtful and discerning. It's about being able to separate fact from fiction and to see through BS when it's being thrown your way. In a world that's increasingly complex and confusing, critical thinking is more important than ever. It's a skill that can help you in all areas of your life, from your personal relationships to your professional endeavors. The concept of critical thinking has been around for centuries. Lots of smart people have talked about it. John Dewey, a famous philosopher, said that critical thinking is active, persistent, and careful consideration of any belief or supposed form of knowledge. Another smart guy, Socrates, believed that we should always question our assumptions. He said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." He encouraged people to think for themselves and not just blindly follow the crowd. These thinkers, and many others, highlighted the importance of questioning, analyzing, and evaluating information. They knew that true knowledge comes from thinking deeply about things, not just accepting what we're told. So, why is critical thinking so important in our lives? Well, for starters, it helps us make better decisions. Whether you're choosing a career path, deciding where to invest your money, or even just figuring out what to eat for dinner, critical thinking can help you weigh your options carefully and make the best choice possible. Critical thinking is also crucial for effective communication. It allows us to articulate our thoughts clearly, understand different perspectives, and engage in meaningful discussions. Whether you're writing an email, having a conversation with your boss, or debating a complex issue with a friend, critical thinking can help you get your point across and build stronger relationships. But it's not just about making better decisions and communicating more effectively. Critical thinking also helps us become more independent, resourceful, and adaptable individuals. It allows us to navigate the complexities of the world, solve problems creatively, and adapt to new challenges. In a rapidly changing world, these skills are more valuable than ever before. Section 4. Breaking down critical thinking. Let's break down critical thinking into a few key skills. First, we have interpretation. This is like translating something into your own words so you really understand it. Imagine you're reading a news article. Interpretation is about figuring out what the author is really trying to say. Next up is analysis. This is where you play detective. You break down information into smaller pieces to see how they fit together. For example, if you're looking at a chart of data, you're analyzing it when you figure out what the numbers actually mean. After analysis comes evaluation. This is where you decide if something is credible and trustworthy. Think of it like checking the source of a news story. Is it from a reliable place, or is it just some random person's opinion? Reasoning is another big one. It's about connecting the dots and drawing logical conclusions. It's like figuring out that if A equals B and B equals C, then A must also equal C. Reasoning helps you make sense of the world around you. The last two skills are explanation and self-organization. Explanation is all about being able to clearly share your thoughts and ideas with others. Self-organization is about managing your time and resources effectively so you can think critically without getting sidetracked. Section 5. The power of a sharp mind. The benefits of critical thinking are numerous. For one, it makes you a better problem solver. When you can think critically, you can approach problems from different angles, identify the root cause of an issue, and come up with effective solutions. Critical thinking also fuels innovation. By questioning the status quo and challenging assumptions, you open yourself up to new possibilities and creative breakthroughs. Think of all the amazing inventions and discoveries that have resulted from people who dared to think differently. And let's not forget the personal growth aspect. Critical thinking empowers you to challenge your own biases, question your assumptions, and develop a more objective and informed worldview. It helps you become a lifelong learner, constantly seeking new knowledge and challenging your own beliefs. Section 6. Sharpening your mental toolkit. So how can you develop and enhance your critical thinking skills? The good news is that critical thinking is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Here are a few practical exercises. Ask why 5 times. Get to the root of any issue by repeatedly asking why. This helps uncover underlying causes and perspectives. Asterisk. Play devil's advocate. Intentionally argue the opposite side of what you believe. This forces you to consider different perspectives and strengthens your own argument. Read widely and diversely. Expose yourself to different viewpoints and sources of information. Don't limit yourself to your echo chamber. Asterisk. Practice active listening. Pay attention to what others have to say, even if you disagree with them. Ask clarifying questions and try to understand their perspective. Section 7. Don't just think critically. In the end, critical thinking is about using your brain power in the best way possible. It's about questioning, analyzing, evaluating, and reasoning your way to a deeper understanding of the world around you. By embracing critical thinking, you can make better decisions, solve problems more effectively, communicate more clearly, and become a more informed and engaged citizen. So, the next time you're faced with a decision, a problem, or simply a new piece of information, remember to engage your critical thinking skills. Ask questions, seek evidence, consider different perspectives, and don't be afraid to challenge your own assumptions. Remember, a sharp mind is a powerful tool.